picks for tonight's UFC Fight Night, headlining Smith and Glover Teixeira. So I'm gonna just pick out fights that I think are pretty interesting. Michael Johnson versus Thiago Moises. Every time I root for Michael Johnson, he gets knocked out. And I never heard of Thiago Moises. I'm not too familiar with them, but it says here has a 12-4 record over Michael Johnson's 19-15 record. Obviously, records don't always matter, but Michael Johnson, I think he's gonna lose by decision. Andre Arlovsky versus Philip Lins. Again, I'm not too familiar with Philip Lins. 14-3 record over Andre Arlovsky's 28-19 record. He's a huge veteran in the sport, former UFC heavyweight champion. And I'm going to go with Andre Arlovsky, even though he's the older guy. I just really like Andre. I think he's exciting to watch. I heard Carl Robertson and Marvin Vettori just got canceled. Ricky Simon versus Ray Borg. I've only seen Ricky Simon fight a couple of times. I know Ray Borg's a big name in the bantamweight division. I think Ray Borg's gonna win because I know Ricky Simon is an up and coming in the division. Alexander Hernandez versus Drew Dober. I've only seen Alex fight about twice. I saw him when he lost to Cerrone, and I think I've seen one of his other fights. He's a good kickboxer, you could say, a good striker. Drew Dober, I think I've only seen one of his fights, so I'm not too familiar. I think this one's going to go to decision. Drew Dober. Ben Rothwell versus OSP, Owen St. Preux. OSP was pretty good when he was making his run in the light heavyweight division. Ben Rothwell, veteran of the sport. Been around in UFC for a very long time. And I'm not really impressed with OSP as he started falling off from his run in the light heavyweight. It's pretty interesting to see him in heavyweight because if I'm not mistaken, this is his first heavyweight bout. And I like Ben Rothwell's chance of knocking out OSP. Although OSP doesn't have his own flu choke, I believe that's his go-to submission. I don't think he'll catch it, or maybe he will. But I just think Ben Rothwell is more of a veteran and has more experience than OSP. And Ben Rothwell will knock his ass out round 2. Anthony Smith, Glover Teixeira, the main event of the evening. 32-14 is Anthony Smith. Glover 30-7. They both have fought John Jones. Glover fought him way back when. Anthony Smith recently fought John Jones, and I think Anthony Smith he knocked out Shogun Rua, Rashad Evans, and after he knocked out Shogun, I really hated him. Even when he knocked out Evans, I thought those guys were going to stop Anthony Smith, but let's face it, Anthony Smith fought both of those legends in the later part of their career. Glover Teixeira, pretty old. He's definitely older than Anthony Smith, has more experience, or not, but I think Anthony Smith is just collecting legends' names under his belt, and I think Glover Teixeira will fall under Anthony Smith. Round 3 knockout, Anthony Smith for the win.